views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Hello, thank you guys for tuning in to Heavenly Sent People You Should Know. It's an honor to be able to introduce two young men that are from the same neighborhood that I reside in. And the reason for me doing this is because I hear so many negative talks about men, and it's just mind-boggling when I see on Facebook so many people are bashing black men, and I'm like, there are so many black men just within our community that aren't playing sports and aren't doing all these other things that you guys say that they're doing. And so when I look at you guys' page and see the impact that you guys are making for your families and even for yourselves, it makes me smile because I have a boy child. And so I even teach my son now that you don't have to be you don't necessarily have to be an athlete to be successful. There are so many different avenues that you can tap into. So with that being said, Martez and Anthony, thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So Anthony, with that being said, can you tell us a little bit about you and what you got going on?
I'm Anthony Kirkland, an ace broker, top 4% buyer's agent in Cook County. I've been a licensed broker for 4 years now, private landlord for like 10 years. And that's just my lane of work right now.
So how did you go about getting into the industry you're in?
I always wanted to be a real estate agent. So when I was in 7th grade, I said I was going to be a real estate agent. I just took the long way and tried other careers before it really just, just followed the path of my destiny.
I love it. Mr. Greer, tell us about you and what you got going on.
So I'm Martez Greer, CEO, owner of Rufero Remodeling and Maintenance, where we pretty much do residential remodeling and also handyman work throughout the Chicagoland area and surrounding suburbs. That's pretty much it in a nutshell on what we do.
How did you get involved in it?
Well, I would say I bought my first property at the age of 24, and after experiencing that that ownership and then actually seeing the potential in the rehab world through after doing a series of rehabs on our own property and renting them out, it kind of grew on me, So all I did was pretty much became a sponge and learned everything I need to know about the residential remodeling business.
I love it. So Anthony, you sell the houses, and Martez, you fix them up. That's awesome. And both of you guys are from North Lundale, correct?
Correct.
I love it.
That is correct. You grew up in North Lundale. I
love it. So my next question to you guys is, do you think societal expectations for men have changed?
Where you want to go?
Paper, rock, scissors. You go ahead, Anthony.
No, I don't think that. I think the expectations are unrealistic, though. I think that people are comparing every day due to social media, and I think that people not really dependent on logic. They're not using logic with the basement or with their basis of judgment. So I always make the example on my social media, like, how far do you expect a male that only makes $20 an hour? How much help do you think he's gonna be able to provide to a household?
I love it.
That's not realistic though. So it's about like home buying. Home buying really designed for two incomes. It's not for one person to really foot the whole bill though. That's why they encourage marriages and they give you tax breaks and stuff like that when you marry. People got to be more realistic when it comes to their expectations on men and what they really capable of, because we not rappers. Like, that's just the reality of it, though.
I love it. Mr. Grayer?
Okay. All right. So on my take on it, I'm gonna speak on as being a black male. As far as expectations, it's hard. Let me just put it out there like that. In order to even be in a conversation, it just takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. It just takes an abundance of being, steady and working like crazy hours. I mean, it's like working just a 9 to 5 job, just don't get it, just don't cut it, especially coming from where I'm from. You can get a 9 to 5. I had a 9 to 5, still have a 9 to 5, to be honest with you, along with my company. And still, it's a struggle, So in my opinion, the expectation is unrealistic at this point. That's one of the purpose of my movement, or what I'm trying to do to, inspire others to be able to kind of like, to be able to meet that expectation. It takes a lot, and eventually over time, maybe we can kind of somewhat level the playing field where it don't become so cumbersome and it seems so unrealistic.
So, Anthony, growing up on the west side of Chicago, what was your most challenging? What was the most challenging thing for you?
For me, it was different because what was challenging for me was being in a different lane. So like I always been like, to go to school, get good grades. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really engaged with like the street life. I never was asked. They always gear me somewhere else, push me towards other things, more positive things. So for me, it's just getting the same acknowledgement of the stuff that people highlight, though.
Wow.
So that's probably the hardest thing, though. Well, that was probably one of the biggest challenges for me, is that like, yo, I'm doing some great things, going to school. I got 2 degrees. I graduated early from high school. It was like a lot of stuff I was doing. It wasn't really being highlighted because they really never seen it before. But I
Wow.
graduated early from high school. They treated me like I dropped out. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
That's funny because even on Facebook, you see when you put up something positive, it pretty much go mute. But you put up a fighter or some crazy, it's instantly viral. For some reason, it almost make me feel like we pay attention to the negative as opposed to the positive.
Yeah, I agree with that. But that's more of a mental thing, though. That's trauma, though. That's why people gravitate towards it, though, from their own traumas, though. And then you just got to be accountable in it, though. And
Wow.
just you got to think, though. Me and Martez, we on the internet posting all positive stuff, though. We posting some stuff they never seen black men do and carry the light like that, though.
That's true.
We not presenting dope boy or rapper type of swag with it, though. We doing it in a whole different light. And it's just taking a minute for them to catch on to what's really happening right before they are.
I love the way you said that, and that's definitely what got my attention because, like you said, y'all putting it out there. I mean, like y'all product from where we from, y'all putting it out there, and so it's like y'all don't see that. So I'm like, I need both of them. So I appreciate you guys again for taking the time out on such a cold day. And Anthony, happy birthday!
Thank you, appreciate it.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
What about yourself? What was your most challenging, or even now, the most challenging thing you're facing or have faced being a black man?
Well, it's like, I think with me, it's being able to balance, time. I mean, like I stated before, it just takes so much, to get even a little piece of what America has to offer. It takes just the right now. I'm prime example. I literally, work 7 days a week. I literally work from sun up to sundown. I hop up. I barely even sleep sometimes, to be honest with you. That's the reality of it. And it just takes so much, to do that and to be able to provide for a family. Now I have 5 boys, so I have 5 sons that also, I have to provide. I'm a man. And I'm a man, and a man that have to have a family behind you to make sure they straight. To make sure that they don't be exposed to the things that me and Anthony has been exposed to, because everybody is different, right? Everyone can't. How can I put it? Everyone isn't strong. People can fall, victim to their environment. So easily, like to piggyback off Anthony. I mean, we pretty much been around some of the same type of people. And to be able to be at a position where I feel like I have not faltered. I have not, I'm not an angel. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. But overall, I think, given the circumstances and seeing what I've seen throughout the course, of my life, I think that there's something to be proud of. Put it that way. But like I said, to answer your question, is just being able to manage time and also be able to provide for a family, and it's just work. I mean, it's just hard. It's hard for a Black male.
So, Anthony, what do you think? What does a friend look like to you in today's society?
A friend. Look, what does a friend look like to me? I mean, it's just a safe space, though. A genuine person, somebody that ain't jealous and envious of you, somebody that's happy to see you win, that don't feel like you bragging. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and that's hard to find, though. Finding some genuine people who don't want nothing from you.
Yes, sir.
You just talk and have a conversation with, and really, you know what I'm saying, really lean on each other, like I say, in a safe space. That's what a friend is to me, though. Like, I just want the same in return, though, because I know how I'm gonna come. I know what my character like. I know if I say I use the term, don't tell me you got me if you don't got me how I got you.
Like
that's what a friend is right there. That's a friend.
I love it. I was just talking to somebody earlier, and they was pretty much saying, everybody got to ask, can I or will you? So he was telling me that I wouldn't give anything to somebody who won't in return give me the same thing. And I'm like, that makes sense, because everybody quick to ask but not willing to give. So that makes sense.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Montez, what you got for us?
Well, I just think that as friendship is just being there when you need them. Somebody to be able to, like you said, a shoulder to lean on. Someone that you can have a genuine conversation. It's real, right? Like you said, Anthony saying pretty much. There's a lot of phony people out here. People that may say certain things, but really have underlying things that they want to get up out of you. Okay, just to have a genuine person that genuinely that's there behind you. Like, hell, everybody needs a support system. Everyone needs someone to be able to talk to. A lot of times I know as a Black male, we don't say much, right? We're supposed to be strong, right? We're not supposed to show emotion. We're not supposed to. We got to look a certain way, otherwise we're called a certain derogatory name. So just having someone that you can even express, to have someone you can have a business conversation with, a positive conversation, or anything in a personal matter, and they don't like leak out and they just run off at the mouth and just making you look bad. I think that'd be something that'd be good, and it'd be a good friendship.
So with all that you guys just said in regards to the workload, Anthony, how do you deal with stress or your mental state of being? What's your go-to? What is it that you do to clear your head or to put yourself in a different mindset state?
Date women. Yeah, it's uncut. You ask and answer. Hey, ask and answer.
Sir, that's your story.
That's my advice. Women.
Okay, that's cute. Montez, what you got for us?
I ain't doing that one, you know what I'm saying? But pretty much, man, I'm a workaholic, and to be honest with you, that's something I'm still, coping with. I mean, to to a fault, I work actually entirely too much, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to be able to have that outlet. Maybe maybe hit the gym, or maybe, like I said, just to have someone to vent to as well. That helps with carrying a load, being able to communicate, talk to someone and stuff like that. So, but right now, that's a work in progress for me. So I have a lot of issues, man. I deal with a lot of stress, So me personally, I have 30 employees. Okay. So that alone, trying to deal with 30 different personalities would drive you bonkers, right?
What's your family?
Yeah. Then the family just as big. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot. And then, like I said, battling, trying to, retain and have a steady income in a regular job. So those all three aspects, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of it's been some mental things going on. So that's something that I'm still coping with. I know there's programs, there's stuff out there to deal with this type of stuff, and that's just something that's like uncharted territory for me. I'm just trying to figure it out. So I don't have I don't have girls to go to a nut like that. Put it that way.
Yeah, I was about to say, outside of what Anthony said, you got to find your peace.
Yeah.
Pressure bust pipes. And you know what I'm saying? You can make all the money, but then you'll find yourself sick somewhere laid up, and you be by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I learned that for sure.
Wow. So yeah, y'all gotta find some peace, even outside of the women. Anthony, you gotta find you some peace.
I go chill in the sauna. That's my
peace. Okay. I appreciate that. That sounds cuter than what you said at first. I like
this uncut. You told me uncut now, so you gotta pick a side, man. You don't understand that, man.
Oh, that's funny. Next question. So y'all got a lot. Y'all deal with a lot. And so again, like you said, Anthony, you guys aren't rappers. You guys aren't athletes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hardworking men that's trying to get out here and provide and even educating, because that's what you guys do. Anytime you post, that's educating our people. And shame on the people for not seeing that as just that. And so, yeah, that's a lot. And so now I'm just reminded of what Anthony just said, and it makes so much sense. You making the guy you making $20 an hour, how much can he really do? You know what I'm saying? And so, speaking of which, what's an idea woman? Not talking about y'all relationships or anything like that, just women in general. What type of woman would be that person, her characteristics that you would want your mother to meet? I'm gonna be cute and say it like that.
Kind.
Okay.
I like nice women.
Oh.
And that's rare now. And you know what I'm saying? That they in gangster mode now. I don't know. The women are thugging right now. So I like kind women, man. That's it. That's all I really need though. Kind, gentle, caring, polite. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: do she got to make a certain amount of money?
Nah, I ain't really worried about that because I'm gonna get some money. We gonna get the money. But we ain't gonna. I can't put myself in compromising situations where you know what I'm saying, you could take advantage of me too. So you would prefer to find somebody that's in the same lane as you in a sense, right? But that just make y'all more relatable though. So sometimes I've been in a marriage where my intellect was so far apart that it just kept causing confusion, and that's what the argument was though.
Wow,
because the way I see the world from the perspective that I have, my partner didn't though, and that causes a lot of friction in a relationship. So relatability, that's the only thing when you're trying to find somebody. It ain't about how much money they make. It's just about the relatability, and then you can lean on them. How he's like, man, you just want somebody you could talk to about it though. But if they can't relate, then it's like you don't even want to talk about it.
Tess, what's your take on that?
Pretty much just okay. I'm an energy person.
Okay.
I'm big on energy. I feel certain things. I can pick you apart. I can tell, if you're really feeling it or you're not. Mm-hmm. I like a person that can kind of match my energy. A person that you know, even if they don't see the vision, you know, they are willing to open their minds and go on the journey with me, you know, to go on the journey with you. You want your mate to be able to understand what it is you're trying to do, to understand, because you gotta have a strong backbone, right? You know, you're gonna have your moments, you know, where you may get a little weak, or you may maybe need to talk to someone and stuff like that. You know, you definitely want to have a mate that's there. You know, I want a mate that, just travel. You know, I'm one of the ones that I like to explore. You know, I like to get out there, I like to see new things. You know, I like to, the more you see, the more knowledge you gather, right? The more knowledge you gain, and it kind of creates you into a person that kind of helps unlock you. But if you don't have a mate that don't see that, you know, have a mate that's not really, vibing with you, it can kind of become like an anchor. It kind of holds you back and pull you down. So you got to have someone that's uplifting you and that's actually going on the journey with you. That's what I believe. Obviously, you know, looks and all that. I mean, we want somebody, you know, that's decent and stuff like that. You know, I am into that as well. But I think overall, you know, the first part is more important. You know what I'm saying? That's the correct way. That's the correct terminology there.
So she don't have to make a certain amount of money?
No, really. I mean, I'm making enough money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I wanted to be broke, but that's not a deal breaker to me, you know, because I'm a provider. You know, I've been providing all my life. So, you know, I'm a go get it. As long as she behind me, she gonna make me better. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna push me to make more. So I think I can cover both of us though.
So I had a friend of mine tell me, maybe you guys can give me insight on this, that he talked more to his best friend, which is a female, than he do his girlfriend. What's to that? What make that make sense for me?
Relatability. Sometimes you're just attracted to your girlfriend, but your friend who you kicking it with though, y'all can have for the sake of conversations, right?
I like that.
But with your girlfriend, she goddamn it judging you. Oh man, I'm sorry. I apologize, but listen, your girlfriend be judging you, man. It's too many restrictions in a relationship with your conversation. So sometimes you want to be able to tell your girlfriend, man, you seen her? She was nice. Without your girlfriend catching an attitude, because your girlfriend seen her too. She knows she's the girl fine. Huh? And why I can't talk to my homie about that? You feel you supposed to be friends with your partner. That's what it is. But you get on that phone with your best friend and tell them God knows what, right?
You're right.
That's why. Ain't nobody got time for all that.
Relatability. Martez,
Yeah.
what you think about that? I like that.
Well, can you repeat that question?
I said I got
I'm asking it right, you know.
I got a friend who he tells me that he have a better relationship and he's more open with his best friend, which is a female, than he is with his live-in girlfriend. And I'm like, why can't you just talk to her?
Well, I don't really have a friend or a best friend.
No, right. So I wasn't asking y'all directly because I want to
get that straight. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying from a man's perspective, why do you think this ain't got nothing to do with y'all? Why do you think this man said that to me?
Well, I kind of I don't want to keep piggybacking off of Anthony, but we have some of the same views. We have some of the same thoughts. I do believe that, you know, it will probably be conversation. You probably can tell them anything, right?
Because y'all helping me.
Yeah, you know, I'm for real. I mean, you really ain't got to be scared. You ain't got to hold nothing back. You know, you can have that conversation with them. So I would, you know, if I was to take a wild guess, you know, that would be something that I think that's what's going on in with that particular person and his female friend.
That makes sense now that you guys said it. You know, everything is about relatability. And so, okay, that makes sense. I get it now. So now I can go back to him with a different conversation. Okay.
But look, though, it's also about, like, you don't supposed to suppress your thoughts, though, or your feelings. So when you in a relationship, people put you in situations to suppress what you actually feel instead of just being able to just let it out and tell them exactly what it is, though. So then you don't really understand your partner sometimes because they suppressing what's going on, though, what they really thinking. You see what I'm saying? So y'all never really getting close because y'all holding stuff back. Y'all trying to keep it politically correct. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't it's just I don't like it though. I don't even be involved in none of relationships. I gotta be able to say anything that come to my mind.
I think that's healthier because, like you said, I mean, life's too short to be sitting here going through the motions and walking on eggshells with anybody. If you my mate, it should be uncut, unedited. And you know we gonna agree and disagree, and that's okay because we're different.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree with that. If it in a perfect world, that's what you'll get, right? But they be
Right.
judging. Like they be in relationships judging each other though.
You
When
right.
it's supposed to be a safe space.
That's deep. Martez, if you could be any superhero in the world, who would you pick?
I don't know. I don't even watch many little I don't got time to be watching nobody.
Oh, when you was young,
Really?
Spider-Man, Superman, and Hulk, and all them other people.
I'm gonna tell you this. I got kids. I just told you a lot of them. Okay, so we go watch a superhero, right? And it's like they got like part 1, part 2, part 3. I don't remember none of it. Okay, because it's something that's not even real. I'm a real person. I'm real. If I'm gonna have to find somebody that I maybe look up to in life. My pops. You know what I'm saying? That's my superhero.
There you go. Okay.
I can't do the Batman and the
Spider-Man, and Hulk, and all them.
I ain't got no spiders, senses.
Black Man. I said Black Man. Black Panther. I meant.
Well, still, it's all. I mean, I get the symbolicness behind Black Panther, but I mean, my father is Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's who I'm gonna pick. You know what I'm saying? That's who I look up to. That's who he got me on the straight path. That's who really contributed to my success, to my life, and to me even being here for my kids. Right? I always had a father. I ain't one of the ones that can say that you grew up and you didn't have a father, blah blah blah. My father been there. He's still here right now to this day, and I hope you're tuning in, pops. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, those are true feelings. That's who I would select. That's who I would pick. As far as Marvel and who is DC, who all them. I mean, they cool. They make their money and all, but they don't help me. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I have a son. However, I've never seen any of the super Marvel people, right? But I do know that they each possess some different type of skill or strength or whatever. So when I ask this question, them guys be like, "Oh yeah, I would pick da 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 da," and so I just keep with the question. But yeah, I've never seen it. My son get on me about not seeing Black Panther, and so I still haven't seen it. But one of these days, I'll take time out and hopefully watch it. So you know what? It's too. So since you made mention of your father, the other question that
I'm sorry, but it is entertaining.
Of course.
Okay, so if his kids listening and all that, I ain't down in what I'm saying, Batman and what he do and all that. It's entertaining, right? I mean, they grow so much at the box office and all that. I mean, it is. People go watch it, people see it. My kids love it. I ain't against them. I'm just giving you my outlook on it. That's all.
I appreciate that. So the second part of this question is, what's the best advice your parents have ever given you? Mother.
Well, I mean, I don't have I can't really quote an exact thing that they particularly. Ain't nothing sticking out. Nothing's coming out. All I can just tell you, I know what my upbringing been. My upbringing. I grew up in the church. I was told to do right. To be a good person. So I mean, maybe they told me that in a way, not in words, right? I mean, but they still told me. And I think those are some of the things that I try to do and I try to be. So, a lot of my work, a lot of my interactions with people, you probably will see that, without me even saying it or without this even coming up, you'll probably catch that out of my body language, right? And my conversation and my energy. But I would think that's something that I actually learned or that, it wasn't told to me. It was told to me, but kind of like, I think that's something that my parents, instilled in me, put it that way.
Thank you, sir. Anthony, if you could be any superhero, who would you pick?
Yeah, I don't do the Marvel neither though. I'm gonna be Blade. You know Wesley Snipes, but I thought he was too cold. Straight up, Daywalker. He was cold. That's who I want to be.
Okay, okay. I forgot about him. See,
He was cold though.
yeah, he was the one. See, when I think of Marvel, I think of the cartoonish people. But see, you just put me okay.
Yeah, it's more like it's you know what I'm saying. I don't really do the cartoons. I never watch cartoons, so I don't got time for all that. But Blade, Wesley Snipes was cold in Blade, man. And he was like Daywalker, right? He's a vampire that walk around doing a day. So he was like, he kind of like how us being from the neighborhood, how we can play both sides if we had to. But it's just a choice though. So that's why I like it though. Cause he can be the nightlife, you know what I'm saying? Or he can be at work on 9 to 5 side, right? So I like that versatility that he had.
Okay, Anthony, what advice? What's the best advice your mother and father has ever given you that you can remember?
The best advice my mama gave me was a certain caliber man deserved 2 of everything.
Okay.
And the best advice my daddy gave me was that no matter what you do, it'll never be enough when it comes to please. And every year it show. And the more money I make, it show as well though, because you're pleasing people start become a dollar amount instead of just gestures. So that's one that when he said it, I ain't understand it. I was probably like 21. He was just like, it'll never be enough, no matter what you do. And then as I got older and start, you know what I'm saying, seeing success and just in relationships and family, just all across the board though, it's no pleasing a lot of people though. And that's kind of disheartening at times though, because it's like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? But they don't know how to take a win though. They like bloodsuckers though. You know what I'm saying? You give them something, they gonna want something else. Tell them no, it's gonna be an issue. You know what I'm saying? You run fast, they gonna say you should have ran faster. Like it's no pleasing people at times.
So for the both of you guys, and in the business, in the industry that you're working in, the business, so was there ever a culture shock for you too? I know Anthony, you said you went to college, so I'm sure you dealt with all ethnicities. Was it a culture shock in dealing with other ethnicities? And I asked this because my oldest son, he went to North Central College, and so all his life he was just in the presence of African Americans. So when he went to school, it was like, whoa, now he's dealing with everybody, and it kind of took him back. So I'm asking you guys that because I know in line of work we have to deal with people with all, all different walks of life and ethnicities. Is there a memorable moment, or was there ever an issue in regards to what you guys are doing?
Not for me.
Okay.
I think that our people got to be more involved in our industry though. That's what I think. I think is just a challenge trying to get people from the neighborhood to get involved because they don't really understand it. So they've been misled so long, they don't know what's going on though. So they really disconnected, and they think they are though. So when we post a house on 15th in St. Louis and say it sold for 600,000, they being outraged about it though. They 15th to St. Louis, just da 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 da. Don't none of that matter, man. It's the home values are home values, man.
I see that.
But we not living in real life though. So like what's happening in the hood is not real life. It's not how the economy works. It's not what's really happening. And we just so disconnected. So for me, that's my biggest challenge though. It ain't even other ethnicities.
Wow.
I ain't even concerned with that. It's just my own people. I'm trying to show them like, yo, this what's going on. And if you don't step it up, you're gonna be somewhere in Iowa or something. you're gonna be able to live in North London.
Wow.
So I know a lot of my experience dealing with different ethnicities has something to do with something pretty much other than my company RM. Like I kind of stated earlier, I do work a 9 to 5, right? So I have been dealing with for, I would say, since I was 18. You know, I've been working this particular 9 to 5 job since I was 18 years old. And in this particular organization, you know, in the beginning, yes, it, you know, you're dealing with all walks of life. You know, we work with from Caucasian to Hispanics to you name it, all walks of life. I know in the beginning it was, I mean, it was different, right? I mean, I know things are changing now. It was, you know, it was tough. You know, you felt like that you had to, you know, be a certain type of way or talk a certain type of way, you know, in order to be taken serious. Is what I say, to be taken serious and stuff like that. But during the course of the time, and as time's changing and going through, you know, diversity and training and stuff like that, you know, I'm now actually, you know, I'm actually a superintendent, you know, at this particular organization where, you know, just being able to come up, you know, follow me, right? So you get 18-year-old child, right? You know, coming in, because that's what it is, a child. I mean, and then growing up through an organization that finally that you see and felt that they started to, you know, take you a little bit more serious, you know, if, you know, it's big, it's major, right? And to be able to be over those same walks of life now, you know, you have the, you know, the different types of walks of life, Caucasians and stuff that falls under your leadership. In my opinion, you know, like I said, the course, right? The course right now, I think of it as a little different, you know, but in reality of it is, I mean, it's still a work in progress. Okay. Now I'll fast forward to my organization I'm in right now that I actually own. I mean, you know, dealing with, you know, different people. Of course, there's ones that looked at you as if like, man, he ain't, you know, he ain't talking about nothing. He ain't, you know, he finna, you know, I walked in people's houses, you know what I'm saying? I just had dreadlocks, so y'all know, you know what I'm saying? I had to cut them. I ain't cut them off for that reason, but I had to cut them off. Like they felt like they were stretched, you know. So you'll walk somebody's house, first thing you do, you gotta like not appear aggressive. I think automatically we are aggressive, right? We naturally aggressive. We've been through what we've been through, so our voice might elevate. You know, we're very animated. I know you probably see me moving like crazy on this video. You know, those are things that, you know, that I learned during the course of my life. And right now, it's still a work in progress. I mean, I think things are better. You know, we're dealing with things a little different, and that's pretty much my outtake on it right now.
So for that reason, I got about 5 to 10 young men that I deal with. Every Sunday we meet and do a Zoom, and I give them a word. I think last Sunday was accountability. Today earlier was responsibility. And so in the beginning, it was challenging to get them all on one accord. So we do a Zoom. And so I've now got their ear. And so now what I do is try to put them in front of positive men. You know, people always say it takes a village. And indeed it does. However, in that village may be corrupt with all different type of people who ain't got your best interest. So my flip to that is that I'll go create my own village, right? Because I know what the kids need because I'm with them. And I'm not trying to teach any of the young men to be men. I'm just trying to get them in a space to where at least I got their ear. And now once I got their ear and they know what my expectations for them is, then I, you know, look for people. So I asked them what they wanted to be outside of sports. And I had to repeat that twice because as soon as I said that, they started dropping football, basketball. So I said, listening is a skill, y'all. I'm going to say the question again. What do you like to do? Or tell me something you would like to do outside. And then it took them an hour to respond. But then the most of them said real estate. And I was shocked because I've never presented this conversation with them. So I can't wait to show them this video. And then if you guys got some time one Sunday to come on the Zoom and just talk, or even allow us, Martez, like what you did, to do a walkthrough, and Anthony possibly do an hour or 30-minute class just to get their mind going, because I know this Spanish to them, they ain't got a clue. And so I would really appreciate that. So with that being said, I I got a pickup truck and it's been sitting. I'm like, you know what? I need to put this to use. And so now we got the pickup truck and we pick up junk and whatever else that may come with that. And so I had them create a video. And so I'm gonna show y'all the video that they created. Pray for me. Nope, that ain't it. So every once a month, I do an activity with them. And the last picture was we took them to the Bulls game. And so yeah, I just thank God that they could be doing anything. They could be doing anything. Some of them, of course, don't have father figures, and the fact that, like I said, I got their attention. It just you know, for me to find guys like you that's really putting in the work and trying to educate and been in this, you know what I'm saying, been in the trenches. It's just confirmation that, you know, it's some of us that won't help. So again, I appreciate y'all. So with that being said, my next question, I got 2 more questions for y'all, and I'm out y'all way. I like love languages, right? So there's this book called The 5 Love Languages. And it's funny because a lot of people be like, what? What's that? What's that? And I get it. I like to read books. And so, yeah, every day I'm trying to sharpen my skills. And so for me, the 5 love languages is something that I really hold dear to my heart because, so let me ask y'all this. Y'all heard of the 5 love languages?
Yes.
Martez? Okay. So, there's this book called The 5. Anthony, tell us what the 5 love languages are.
I can tell you what mine is. I don't even know. No, it's mine's affirmation though. Like I like words of affirmation. So it's touch.
Right.
It's
words of affirmations. It's touch, like you said, gifts.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. And so
words of affirmation though. I like gas. Gas me up. And so
Martez, the reason, and so this is so realistic to me is because, for instance, you can be giving somebody a totally different love language than what they expect from you. So, for instance, you could be giving your girlfriend gifts, and her love language may be physical touch. So, although you still doing what you think that you know what she like, that ain't her love language. So she would rather to get the touch. So hold on.
It's quality time, physical touch, receiving gifts, acts of service, and words of affirmation.
Correct. And so acts of service is people doing stuff for you, receiving gifts, of course, receiving gifts, words of affirmation, like Anthony said, you look nice, you this, da 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 da. As he said, gas you up. And the other one is physical touch. Although all of them can be your love language, but moving forward, ask whatever person you're involved in to tell you what their love language is, and that'll change. I think that'll change how you guys do things.
It's different now though, because they be bagging. So they gonna say, "Oh, my love language gifts." Go on ahead, go to hell. Oh, I can't say that. My bad. It's uncut. I'm fault.
So Anthony said he like to be gassed up. So here's his words of affirmation. I think
You think. Come on now, pick a side now. Pick a side. You think. Look, this would be happening. Look, this would be happening in relationships when you say, "What's your love language?" And you say, "I think." I mean, you don't even know it. So now, how I supposed to please you and you don't even?
Me on the spot because I was gonna say gifts, but you said what gives people begging.
You pay. Hey. It
is what it is.
It is what it is.
See what I'm saying?
What it is. It is what it is. You be bagging. That's cool. We ain't tripping.
So mine is gifts and quality time. And I think with those two, everything else will fall in line.
So then, okay, so look, now I'm supposed to go make the money to buy your gifts and spend some time? Nah, see what I'm saying? That's not realistic. You just asked us, is it unrealistic expectations on men? And you just had one. Because I got to be somewhere making the donuts to be able to pay for those gifts. You sending me 2 different directions, though, as a man.
I'm going to think about that.
You right. You right.
That.
You can't. It don't go like that.
It don't.
Hey, I'm gonna come back to that because it ain't my time of the show. Martez, what show us? So
I mean, like me, like I explained to you, like me as far as energy or hearing certain things, like
so you like to be gassed up, like
I like.
Right.
That way of putting it sounds so bad, right? I mean, I like to know when I'm doing a good job, though. You know, it's kind of like I do this with my employees, you know, and I'm trying to be better at it as well. You know, everybody like a little recognition, right?
Words of affirmation. Yeah.
Yes, that's just like right now. I ask for honest feedback on me, on my product, right? So I may be out there, I might remodel a bathroom, and I tell my client when they do them videos, like, give it to me raw. Don't tell me what I want to hear. I want to know exactly how I'm doing. At the end of the day, I think I look for perfection. I'm a perfectionist, right? I want to be better. I mean, obviously, there's no one perfect in this world but God, you know. But at the end of the day, I strive to be better. In order for that, you will need feedback. I mean, if you know, like right at the end of this interview, I want to know if I sucked or not. Then maybe I need to, maybe I need to get some different words and vocabularies, whatever the case may be. I need that feedback to make me better, you know. And I think that, you know, knowing, you know, far as the recognition, I'm gonna give you a story real quick. I right now I'm out. I might be out at a Home Depot or a Lowe's. You know, I had this guy come up to me, man. You know, bro, what you doing is dope. You know, black man. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? I watched all your videos, man. That one you said this, that one you said that. It's like it does something, right? It kind of activates something. It's like, okay, the message getting out. This is what I'm, you know, and this the response. I mean, it's the impact. You know, it's the impact. You know, you actually putting something out there, someone receiving it, and to get a positive or any type of response from it. To me, I took that. You know, right? I take it, I ran with it, and it's like fuel to the fire, right? You know what I'm saying? You keep. You know, you let me know this if this is good stuff, this is good material. If not, maybe I don't need to be doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? They need to go back to stay to the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I need that feedback. I need to know, like, hey, it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm saying. I mean, is it coming out? Like, is it really that? Is it real? You know what I'm saying? So I think that in a nutshell is that's what I would like. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to highlight that fuel and gas is the same thing. So he tried to use a better terminology, but he said the same thing.
No. The way you use gas is like these little, they gas me up. No, that shit me. I'm sorry.
Gas is setting you off. Right.
You like, hey, I did good this whole interview without saying one curse word. Listen to me. For everybody on here, I curse like crazy, right? Yeah. I'm choosing my words very carefully.
Well, right? You're doing a great job.
Okay, thank you. But do you just I'm done, man. I'm done.
I'm just saying, man. Listen, gas, no, because sometimes I need to be I need you to make me feel like I'm unbelievable. Like, I need that feeling though. That keeps me motivated. Like you say, like, when they like, yo, I see what you're doing. Like you say, it's fueling you. It's making you be, oh yeah, they see me. Okay, let's keep working now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm speaking about, gassing me up though. So we intentionally doing a good job. So you want somebody to say good job though, and that's what's going on in the whole world with social media though. Everybody on there trying to get some attention. You just gotta admit that you want it though, and it's gonna bring you so much peace. It's the people contradicting themselves like they want to be low key and all that. No, you don't. You want some attention. You want somebody to like you and acknowledge you. We all chasing the same thing, and it comes from adolescence though. Since you're a baby, that's the first thing you say. Look at me, mom. Look at me, dad. And when we all start admitting that that's what we want, to not try to downplay somebody else popularity and stuff like that, then it's gonna be a better play.
Martez, what's your go-to karaoke song?
I have no. Hey, we
No,
just did.
man, no. First of all, you say you was raised in the church. I know you listen to rap. I understand y'all real men. Y'all ain't playing. Y'all ain't watching no cartoons. I get all that cute stuff. However, when y'all in the car, when y'all in the shower, y'all got one. Y'all got one.
I'm being honest with you. I don't do karaoke. And when I tried it, I actually tried karaoke.
What song did you tell him to play?
It was a Kanye West song.
Which one?
Man, what was that song? I don't know. It wasn't important. Make a long story short,
So your go-to karaoke could possibly be Kanye West. Okay, I'll take that. I knew it was one.
Man, we don't play karaoke now.
I'm saying when you're in the car, in the shower, it's something that you gotta listen to in your headphones. It's something. What's the song?
Listen, I mean, if I need some gas, I'm gonna go to like some Drake.
Okay.
Drake, you know.
Okay, I gotta reword my questions. Because y'all don't like the karaoke part. Okay, trial and error.
That's not really relatable for some guys from North Lawndale. They never pulled out the karaoke machine for us. But I don't know though. But yeah, see what I'm saying?
I gotta put an asterisk by that question to change it to something else. All right, my last two questions. We got 9 minutes. Not 2 more questions, and that's it for real.
2 questions like listen, I could be messed up. I could be wrong, right?
No, this is the last question right here.
Okay.
This is the last question. So whatever it is that you believe in and how you're being, what is your favorite parable or a scripture or a quote that you live by?
Peace be upon you.
Peace be upon you. Okay. Martez.
Well, I just put it like I think, as far as I can do all things, it's the way I look at it. So I pretty much that the sky's the limit. That's the type of person I am. I'm a sky's the limit person. There is no limit. When somebody tells me I can't do something, it activates a total different person. I can be malnatured. I can be, civilized. I can watch my curse words and all that. But then when you tell me that I can't do something like that, it trust me, you'll see a whole total different person. So I believe in the sky's the limit. I believe I can do all things through Christ. Through Christ.
Well, with that being said, I thank you guys for taking time out your day to come and chat with me. I appreciate you. I see, the work that you guys are putting out there. I will be sure to gas you guys up on your post when you post them up there to let you know that anybody else proud of you. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all product of North Lawndale, and y'all killing the game one way or the other. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the opportunity. It was an honor.
Y'all be safe.
All right.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, an iNetworks communication station.